Welcome to the superventilation supplemental material here. I'm going to be introducing this concept, and then I'll give you a few minutes to get reorganized. You can feel free to pause this or whatever you need to, and then we'll jump into the exercise here, and I'll demonstrate it with a voiceover here for you so that you can follow along with me in real time for your first full experience. But in preparation for this, I want to give you a little bit of background because this is a pretty intense experience. This is like running the marathon of not just breath work, but also of the real existential experiences that can happen when you start to release some of the neurochemical signaling hormones and the like that are going to occur during this superventilation period. So if you've never done any intensive breath work, or you've never had energy work or things like this may be a singular experience that's worth chatting about for a few minutes. What we're going to do is something quite different than the typical breath work that we've demonstrated in the breathe with the Ayurveda or the square breathing and the like. It's also radically different than the breathing that you've maybe done in yoga or Qigong or Tai Chi. What I want to demonstrate to you is still quite unique, I think, in the field of breath work, and I refer to it as superventilation. Wim Hof is somebody who's popularized, intense breath work in short bursts. He's done a phenomenal job bringing this to the awareness of the world. But what we're going to do is a really extended version of this, which I recommend be done in relationship to or communication with your care team, your physician, whoever it is that you spend the most time kind of discussing your health situations with, in the event that you've got some sort of underlying conditions, especially neurologic conditions. If you have a seizure disorder, or you have a history of, mental health hospitalizations, things like that, really severe neurologic instability. Examples would be severe insomnia or the like. You might want to go into this gently. And so if that's the case, then you're welcome to follow along for those first 2 to 3 minutes, which I'm very confident anybody can do, but then just rest it out. And as soon as you start to feel anything in your body that feels a little bit concerning or throws you off a little bit, just rest. Stop the breath work for a moment and just rest, and you're going to immediately, within seconds, see your body returning to normal physiology there. And so this is something you can, train yourself into. If those first couple of minutes is intense enough that you want to take a break and come back to it a week later or a few days later and try pushing into that first kind of 4 to 5 minute experience, ultimately working yourself up to that full 20-minute experience. If you have no neurologic history, you're in good health, I think you jump straight into this 20 minutes. I've done it with hundreds of people over time without any untoward effects at all. But it's worth just noting that this is going to take you into a pretty extreme psychoneurologic spiritual space here that we need to be prepared for. As the breath unfolds, I'm going to encourage you to breathe primarily through the nose when you can. But especially the first few times you do this, it can feel like you're burning your nasal passages. You're breathing so hard and fast that you may find it very uncomfortable. So it's fine to mouth breathe during this time if that's the most comfortable way to do it. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, or vice versa. You can play with that to find out what feels best. But if you're breathing entirely through the mouth during, especially the first couple times through this 20-minute exercise, it's going to be completely adequate. In the event that you have a hypertension condition where you have very high blood pressure that's poorly controlled on medications or something like that, you may want to precede this with the 4-minute workout. So you can jump to the supplemental material and do the 4-minute workout first, because you'll get that big nitric oxide dump and your blood pressure will come down in the minutes of rest following that 4-minute workout. And then you can go into this journey here. So that's an option with a history of blood pressure. Your blood pressure will drop as you go through the 20-minute exercise, and so you don't want to be doing this standing up. You never want to try to do superventilation standing up, taking your morning shower or something like that, because it's pretty easy to pass out as your blood pressure drops with all of the nitric oxide that you're about to dump into the system through this big breath work. And so you always want to be in a supine position, safe, comfortable. I personally like low light, and if not complete darkness when I'm doing this, but low light is completely adequate, because at the end of this, when I put you into the rest phase, you're going to go on a bit of a journey, and it is beautiful. You're going to have color spectrums at multiple points during this journey. You're going to experience it, but when you finally finish the 20 minutes, you go into that rest phase. If you don't get to the 20 minutes, you can jump to the end by just going into kind of that relaxed supine position. It's often called Shavasana in the yoga world there, where your legs are spread about shoulder width apart. You're laying on your back. Your arms are gently draped at your sides. Palms can be up if that's helpful to you. And you're in that supine relaxed position. If you really want to maximize it to kind of get that maximum flow state, you can put that little tuck in your lumbar spine, so you get that little arch in the lumbar spine while you're on your back. And then make sure you roll your shoulders back and pin those shoulders down so that your chest is open. So chest open, a little bit of lumbar curve, and relax the rest of the body and get into that flow state. And so ideally, you can start in that position and then go into the superventilation, and then make sure you return into that Shavasana-like position for rest. And in that rest state, I welcome you. I'm going to just like phase out with my voice here and let you just be in quiet. So the video will end without a goodbye, because I want you to have as long of a journey as you can experience here. For some of you, for 20, 30 minutes, I've had patients laying there for an hour or two as they go on a journey with big DMT releases that can happen in this. So as long as it takes. One other thing to note is that you can get quite cold, especially towards the end of this exercise, that when you stop breathing and you try to do Shavasana, before you know it, you're shivering. So I think it's a good idea to either have a blanket on you or immediately next to you while you do the superventilation, so you're ready to cover up as you go into that rest state. Getting comfortable, low light, blanket available. Comfortable clothing is one last recommendation. If you don't necessarily want a belt on and things like that, because we're going to be really pushing the exercise here, and we'll be going up into a raised position on our elbows a few times during the 20 minutes. So it's a little bit more comfortable if you don't have a belt on. So some workout clothes, active wear as they call it. Get into some comfortable outfits and find that low light area. You can do this very effectively on the floor. I actually like the firmness of the floor. If you want to throw a yoga mat on a hardwood floor or something like that, or do it on a carpet, all of that's fine. But also works really well on a massage table. I find it doesn't work very well on a softer bed. It doesn't work well when you're trying to get up on your elbows and get that chest opened up. So I do recommend the firmness of the floor or something like that. So those are some preparatory things, and we'll get into the superventilation. The most common side effects that you're going to experience during this is shifts in the magnesium in the bloodstream. You're going to be moving a lot of oxygen into tissue here, which is going to demand a lot of changes in the water state, and magnesium seems to be one of these big ones. So changes in potassium and sodium across the cell membranes, as well as a drop in magnesium, can lead to some muscle cramping. If your feet or hands suddenly feel like they're cramping, some people will go into what we call T-Rex arms, where you suddenly go into this like posturing where your arms are up like this. It's a total body, kind of upper body cramping when you go into that position. That's totally normal, common, and not dangerous, but it can be alarming the first time it happens. And so if that happens and you can just keep breathing through it, that's fine. If it happens and it feels too uncomfortable or frightening, you simply just slow your breathing down. You just go ahead and rest and relax for a few minutes, and they'll come right down. 10, 15 seconds, your arms will tend to relax. So no problems there. If you start to get a headache or anything else going on, which is relatively atypical, but if you have any other untoward symptoms that are making you uncomfortable, simply just breathe slower, or go ahead and move right into that Shavasana and relax, and let the rest of the group carry on without you. So you can stop at any phase that doesn't feel comfortable. You can always slow it down. You are in control here. So I'll be counting out the breaths. I'll be taking you through the journey. But at any point, you feel free to separate yourself from that. There's no expectations of one size fits all here. Ultimately, you are health, and so I want you to be listening within more than to my voice or my counting. Listen within and make sure you're keeping track of your flow state as you go into this superventilation experience. So with that preparation, go ahead and pause the video now and get yourself put together for this experience. You can get changed if you need to. Get that low light set and get out the yoga mat or find a comfortable spot on the floor with your blanket, and we'll get prepped. So give it a pause here, and when you're ready, you can jump back in and I'll join you on the floor. And welcome back, and you've got your stuff together here. Go ahead and lay down on the floor and get comfortable. Hopefully you've got your comfortable clothes on and you got a blanket next to you or over top of you. And I recommend that you go ahead and just get into that Shavasana-like position. You're going to lay flat on your back. Your legs will be spread just slightly, about shoulder widths apart with your feet. And you'll go ahead and relax those arms at your side. Palms up, if you prefer. And then you put that little curve in your back. And you're going to roll your shoulders back a little bit. You can wiggle back and forth and adjust your shoulder blades a little bit so they're kind of pinched together just a bit so that your chest opens up. And from this position, we're going to be ready to take some really deep breaths. This is much different than the yogic breathing that focuses on the belly, a lot of belly breathing done in yoga and qigong and tai chi. We're going to leave that behind, and we're going to go for a huge chest and respiratory breath that takes the diaphragm deep down into the stomach as well. So we're going to do a huge expansion of the chest. You're going to try to bring in as much air as fast as possible into the lungs. You'll hold it there just for a split second so you can get ready, and then push it out hard. And then immediately you'll get reset and take another deep breath in and out. It's going to sound something like this. And again, you can do this through your nose or you can do it through the mouth. It doesn't matter. It's going to be the deep inhalation in, and we're going to get set. Here it comes. Continue in and out. Push the breath. If the nose starts to burn, you can simply just go in and out through the mouth. Keep it moving. In and out. Push in the air. If you start to cramp or you start to feel uncomfortable, just slow it down a little bit. Shallow out the breath a little bit. Keep pushing here. We're going to go for 3 minutes of this, pushing it as strong as you can. Deep breaths. In and out through the mouth is just fine. Doesn't need to be through the nose if it's starting to dry your nasal membrane. Just go through the mouth. Keep pushing, in and out. Expand the chest. Imagine the ribs really like a bucket handle, opening up as broad as it can. You can be moving around on that mat, really exercising it, pushing in and out. Make sure your exhale is full. Push it out. Use your belly muscles, the abdominal muscles to push it and push the air out. Move that diaphragm. Keep it going. You're doing fantastic. I love this pace. Keep pushing. Okay, and as we come up in these next 2 breaths, these last couple breaths real hard here. And then you're going to rest it out now. Go ahead and breathe normally. Just kind of slow your respirations down for a few seconds here. And we're going to get ready for the next position here. You're now going to come up on your elbows, kind of like laying back in a beach chair here. You're going to prop those elbows up behind you. Come up into that reclined position. And get ready for a bigger expansion. Position those elbows so that your chest is even more open. Got that sense of stretching the spine and the chest wide open by kind of bringing those elbows closer together if needed. And we're now going to take the 50 biggest breaths you've ever taken in your life. Ready? Here it goes. Deep breath in. Out. Keep going. In and out. Keep pushing. Bigger breath. In and out. It's exhausting. Keep pushing. That's 20. 3 more and you're going to hit the midpoint here. Keep blowing it in and out. Expand the chest. Rock the head back if you need to get the biggest breath. That's 30. Keep pushing now. You're doing great. Last 10. Make these the biggest breaths ever. Huge breath in. Push it. The last 5 here. Push it hard. Keep it going. Deep as you can. And relax. Go ahead and take the elbows out from behind you and go ahead and lay back into Shavasana. But don't stop breathing. Keep the breath going. You can relax a little bit here, but don't stop. We want to keep the respiration going. A little less effort, but I want the pace to keep going. In, out, in, out. Keep going. Don't stop. You don't have to be hurting yourself here, but I want to keep the pace going. We want to keep it going. Your body's got to be feeling crazy right now. This is more oxygen than you've had in perhaps your entire life, and you have low CO2 in your bloodstream right now. Now as we keep pushing this, the body is accelerating the mitochondrial metabolism. Keep breathing. Don't stop here. Keep pushing it. Mitochondria are respiring. They're producing so much light energy in the body now. I find it helpful and fun to have my eyes closed through a lot of this, but it helps to have your eyes open when you're doing the big breaths. You can do that as well. Keep breathing in and out. Don't slow it down. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. And in 20 seconds here, we're going to get back up on our elbows and we're going to push hard for another 50 breaths. Keep going at the pace you're at right now. I love what's happening. If you feel like you're on the edge of muscle cramps, you can keep going at this pace. You can skip the 50 breaths or push it back out another couple minutes if you need it. But if you can keep up with me, it's going to be fun to push the envelope here. Ready? Up on the elbows. Push out the chest. Get those elbows tucked together if needed to get that big chest opening. Eyes closed if you want, or look out at the horizon there. And I want you to push these breaths as hard as you can. Here it goes. Keep going. That hits 10. Keep pushing it now. Use all of your body. Keep it going. Excellent. I love it. Keep it pushing. If you start to have pain, slow it down. If you start cramping, just slow it down a little bit, but keep it going. That's 23, 24, keep pushing. That's halfway mark. Here we go, 26, keep pushing it. You're doing fantastic. We're almost there. We're going to get a huge DMT release as we finish up this last cycle here. Keep pushing. Excellent. I love this. Your endocrine system is resetting as we speak. Push it hard now. Last 10 breaths. You're right on it. Last 5. Push it. Push it out and go ahead and bring it back down. Bring it back down. Fantastic work. You can let the elbows out, lay down in Shavasana. Don't stop breathing. Keep the breath going. Just less effort now. Keep those eyes closed here and enjoy what's happening. This is typically where you start to see some of those colors, spirals, sometimes kind of the telescoping experience where you feel light coming in kind of spiraling telescoping patterns towards you, kaleidoscope. All of that's normal. Keep the breath going, in and out, in and out. Keep it going. Don't stop. Give you a longer rest period here and let your body adapt, but we don't want to slow the breathing down because we don't want to diminish the clearance of the carbon dioxide right now. We want to keep at this pace. Feel your face. Pay attention to how you feel, the skin tingling. And now I'm going to be quiet for a few minutes as you continue this pace, but I don't want you to stop breathing. Keep the pace going. In and out. Good time to shift back to nose breathing if you can here. In and out. Keep breathing. Keep expanding the chest with each one. Keep going. Allow your spirit to travel here. Allow your soul space to expand. With each breath, feel you're pulling in the energy of Mother Earth around you. Connect to that energy field, the flow state. Each breath in, suck in Mother Earth. Feel it. Keep going now. Let your body keep expanding. Picture yourself expanding past the boundaries of this room. Keep breathing. With each breath out, you pull in more opportunity to breathe in. Breathe in more space. Expand further past the walls of your home. Keep going. With each breath, pumping yourself bigger. The city block. Keep breathing. Keep breathing bigger. The neighborhood. The city. Keep breathing, expanding, pushing it in and out. Don't slow it down. Keep it going. We want your endocrine system in this floating state. It's right now finding a new normal. Keep pushing. Expanding out, size of the country. Keep pushing in and out. Breathe with Mother Earth. She's breathing with you. Her heart is beating as fast as yours through all that effort. Mother Earth heartbeat, 7.8 hertz, clipping along. She feels you. She knows you're engaging. Breathe her in with each breath in. Breathe it out all the way to clear the toxins, clear all the junk out. Clear the grief that sits in the base of your lungs. Push it on. Push it out. Be new. Be free. Be young. Be health. Keep pushing. Keep expanding. Be aware of your face. Be aware of the feelings in your fingers and toes, backs of your legs, your belly, your chest. Feel it all. Enjoy it. You are saturated. Saturated with nutrients. Your mitochondria are going off right now. Keep the breath going. And if you're ready, we've had a good rest here, go ahead and get ready to come up on your elbows. Come on up. Adjust those elbows back, push the chest out if you need to. Look forward towards the horizon. You keep your eyes open or closed, your preference. I like holding the vision of an intention. What are you going to build? What are you going to create? What's your new creative project? What it's going to look like when it's done? And for that goal, for that intention, let's breathe 50 huge breaths. This is the last cycle, so this is all you got. This is your biggest opportunity. This is the DMT dump. Let's get it in there. Let's go on a psychogenic journey here. You can build all the psychogenic pathways. You make all the peptides. You don't need ayahuasca. You don't need mushrooms. You don't need any of the plant medicine out there. You make these medicines within you, so get ready here. Here we go. Deep breath in together. We're going to do 50 big ones. Keep going. Keep it going. In and out. Breathing with Mother Earth. Get that energy going. Feel the tingle. Feel the drive. Feel all that cold, tingling energy shooting through you. Mitochondria are lighting you up. You are becoming a sunburst right now. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. That's 25. Here we go. Keep halfway there. Keep it going now. Breathe it in and out for the intention to achieve it. Here comes 40. Well done. Let's push the last 10 as hard as you can. This is our last chance. You've worked this hard so far. Don't cut it short. That's 4. 5. Keep going. Finish it out big. Last one. Make it huge. Well done. Drop it back. Drop back into that Shavasana there. Keep the breath going. There's going to be a temptation to just stop breathing because you do not need to breathe right now. We know it. You are so oxygenated. You're going to keep the pace going because I don't want to slow it down here. I want 2 minutes of this cool down period here where you keep pushing it. Keep it low because if you start letting the carbon dioxide reaccumulate, you're not going to get the same experience at the end. We've only got a minute and a half left. Keep it going. In and out. Don't slow it down. Shallower if you need to, but keep pushing. In, out. Expand the chest as big as you can. All the way out. Push it out. Push out the grief. Push out the toxins. Push out the stagnancy. You are vibrant. Keep it going. Last minute of coming in here. Well done. You have rocked this first time through your 20 minutes of superventilation. This is a gift. Your body is ready, rejuvenated. If your ears are ringing, that's normal. There's so much energy coursing through those neurons of your auditory system. It's normal to have some ringing or some auditory experience as much as the light show going on behind the eyelids. Your brain is going berserk. It's so excited for all of the energetics it's experiencing right now. So much neuropeptide input. Keep the breath going. Deep in and out, expand, contract. Well done. This is the last 30 seconds. Keep pushing. Full expansion of the chest, full expiration. Get all the junk out. You've worked this hard already, so don't cheat yourself right at the end here. Keep the pace going. That's it. You've got this. You are a miracle. You are health. You are knowledge, knowingness, and love. Wrap it up. You just finished your first 20 minutes. Go ahead and relax. You can stop breathing here. And the magical experiences you have right now is that there is no drive to take a breath. Totally relaxed. No need to breathe. Total silence. This is the gift you just produced for yourself. Enjoy this ride now. You sit still as long as you can keep that rhythm going. You're feeling the vibrations through your body as the tingling through the body, the light show. Journey on now. I want you to journey on into the future. Realize that all of your goals are already achieved. You just need to be witness to them now. Let them come to you. Stop doing. Start being. Be present. Well done.